What's up, dude?
Hey, dude. What's going on, man?
Ready to do this shit?
Fucking A, man.
All right,
Cam
come on.
install part 1, DC Powersports. We got to have the right tools to do the job. Without the right tools, what are you? Nothing. Can't do it without the right stuff. So let's go over what you need. First of all, you're going to take your bike apart, right? So let's go over the tools that are going to help you do that. Get you good quality Torx, guys. Harley uses a lot of Torx. Everybody rounds those things off. They buy cheap tools that don't fit. These fit. These are Cornwell, by the way. Cornwell ball end sockets here. Just get you some good hex wrenches, and this kind of has a little bit of everything in it, but just good quality tools, guys. Man, they fit. They do the things they're supposed to do. Also, when you take your bike apart, you're going to need cam gear locking tool. You're gonna have to put that in between the gears after you get the cover off, and we're gonna cover that in the next video to show you exactly how we're gonna use these tools. But these are things you need to have on hand. So that's really all this video is about. Second, once you get that all that out, you're gonna need to pull your inner cam bearing. Do not do a cam without pulling the inner bearing. That's like doing it halfway. There's no point in doing things halfway. Use this to pull that out. This is a specialty tool by George's Garage. Almost said Jim's Garage. That would be, Jim's makes one too, but George's Garage.
George's Garage.
Not Jim's Garage. Jim makes the same fucking tool, but yeah, George's. Okay. So, I need that, okay? Also, you're gonna need some tools taking things apart. You're gonna need these, man. We're not pulling the heads off. We're gonna clip the...
Those are some big fucking bolt cutters, dude.
That's how we do it, man. We go big or go home.
All right.
DC Powersports.
Yes,
there
sir.
you go. All
yes,
right.
sir.
I usually have a set of picks laying around. Pop those O-rings out. You got to make sure you put them back in, though. But that's good to have. Flashlight. You see shit. Okay.
Gotta have a flashlight.
Gotta have a flashlight. Also, once you get that, you get your cam chest all apart, and everything's taken apart, you're gonna need this, man. Since we're doing an aftermarket cam plate and oil pump, we're going to need this to measure our pinion run out. We got to make sure the crank's in spec. If your flywheel's not in spec on your bike, everything is going to eat itself. So we're going to measure that out. This is by Fueling, really nice quality part. Keep everything in boxes just to make sure they stay tight and right and ready to go. Check that pinion, guys. If you do that, if you don't do it, don't put that aftermarket cam plate in there because it will eat itself. It's going to cause you problems down the road. So I think we got everything, covered everything on disassembly. These are just the, we're just going over the tools you need. We're not going to try to get into the cam install at this point. These are things that you need to have on hand. Let's go into reassembling the bike. There are some things you're going to need to do that. We've got a set of feeler gauges. We're going to use those in a couple of different spots. These are made by Starrett, high quality product. They're going to have an accurate measurement. We're going to know exactly.
Made in the USA.
Made in the USA. Dial caliper. You're going to need a dial caliper too. Why? Because you got to measure shit. If it's not measured right, you don't know if it goes back together. You want to make sure this thing lives. And that's the whole point, right? Got all that, covered that. Straight edge. We're going to use a straight edge. This is a simple straight edge from Home Depot. Just got to be flat. We're going to measure a couple of critical engagement points and make sure we have the appropriate spacers and tools to put everything back together properly. And we're going to measure everything as we go. Hey, flashlight. Got to need a flashlight to put it back together too. So, especially when you get old like me and you can't see shit. So, have that flashlight ready to go. Just have it ready. Here's a couple things. This is what we're going to be installing in the bike. So, it's S&S oil pump, cam plate. We have the S&S 475 cam. To go back in, electronic cleaner. We're going to use electronic cleaner on the cam to get all the packing grease off of it. You don't want to pump that shit through your motor. Get it off of there, get it clean, and then you're going to use, what are you going to use, Mike?
Oh shit, here we go.
I brought lube. We have lube, guys. You gotta have lube, man. You gotta be like
gotta have the lube.
be like
right.
What was his name? McLovin.
McLovin.
You can't do no McLovin without any McLube. So have your assembly lube, guys. Make sure you have that together.
That's right.
We're going to use that generously.
Especially when you do a 3-hole service.
3-hole service, yes.
That's a whole nother video.
That cost me child support last time, so we're not going to talk about that.
Whole nother video.
Got everything we need here to put all this back together, and we're going to go back in with some premium parts. We're going to do everything the right way. We're going to do it once. We're going to do it right. We're going to do it once, and it's going to be properly done. Bike's going to be a little ripper when we're finished with it. We're pretty excited about the install. Another thing we're going to use, guys, inner cam bearing. We talked about pulling the inner cam bearing with this tool here. Where the hell we go? With this tool here, we're going to go back with a Timken inner cam bearing. This is a fueling part. We stock these, keep them on the shelf. Also, cam bolt and pinion bolt. We're going to go back with this as well. The bolts that come out of the build are not going to be reused. We're not going to reuse the Harley bolts. We're going to go back with a ARP fueling bolt.
Is this going to avoid the warranty on the bike?
Warranty's already gone.
Gotcha.
We did that the very first week. So,
okay.
What warranty?
It's all faith now, right?
We don't need no stinking warranties.
We don't need no motherfucking warranty.
All right. So, also, this kit did come with lifters. We're going to substitute those lifters with the fueling race lifter. It's a short travel lifter. It's just going to take a different engagement on the adjustable push rods when we put those back in. This is going to give us quicker pump up, less foaming, just a happier valve train overall when it's all said and done. But a couple things we're going to do a little differently. We go a little above and beyond just to make sure that we do get an excellent build out of it. So we pretty much covered it all. I'm pretty excited. Well, we got to have this part right here. You got to have your thread locker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Blue and red. Blue and red.
Democrat and Republican.
Oh boy.
It's the first time they're going to work together though as a team.
They will work together.
That's
yes.
what I'm talking about.
They're utilized in the Harley service manual,
That's
and we're going to use them.
Teamwork.
Where Harley says to use them. So we have that, and guys, also proper set of torque wrenches. You gotta have your torque wrenches. Without proper torque wrenches, make sure they're calibrated. Get a high quality set of torque wrenches, because without that, man, who wants to guess on your cam plate engagement? Who wants to guess on your oil pump engagement? Are you where Harley engineers want you to be? Those guys know what they're doing, man. I'm not an engineer, but I can read in a book and listen to what they have to say. So definitely make sure you have your torque wrenches ready to go. Once you get everything laid out and ready, it's going to make your job that much easier. So we're going to get the bike on the lift next week, next few days, and we're going to video it as we go. And so it's going to be a 2020 Lowrider S. It's got a CMP-MC 2-in-1 pipe already, S&S high flow air cleaner.
Let's go look at the bike.
Thundermax stage 1. In the Thundermax, we're going to also add the tune with the 475 cam. So this is the bike here. We're going to turn this little thing into a little ripper. Stop with a stage 2 and ride it and see what happens. What do you think, Mike?
I think it looks pretty.
Pretty?
Yeah, I want to ride it. I want to ride it.
Guys, so this bike will be, we're expecting 120 horsepower and torque, somewhere in that ballpark, or the upper high teens. We're going to put it on the dyno, and we're going to test it and see what we get out of it when it's all said and done. So follow along, smash that subscribe button, come see us, and we'll be following up with more videos and show you how we do that cam install, and we'll see our results. Look forward to seeing you.